Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jonathan, and welcome back to Money Talks, where we want to offer you financial information and meet you where you are financially so that we can help you on your way to financial independence. Today, guys, I want to talk to you about Carvana being banned from North Carolina. And if this is your first time joining me, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that like button. It really helped me share this information on the platform. So many of you, if you've been in the car buying space, and especially around this time where car buying is seeing absurd amount, low inventory, a lot of people trying to buy homes, it's been a big boom for demand as well as home buying. But we're going to speak to the auto market and specifically Carvana. Now, I do want to say before I go into why they were banned from North Carolina, Carvana has really made a good name for themselves. When I was working for a credit union, that's where I really first got introduced to it as a brand. And I mean, people would consistently buy their cars through Carvana. And one thing that I saw was had great pricing. They would make the situation really concierge style. So they would drop the car off at your door. They had a great 7-day, no worry-free. You can return the car if you don't like it. They had no haggle pricing. So, I mean, the price was the price and it was pretty competitive. And they also had a good selection of vehicles. And then they really took their game up a level when they did this vending machine of cars, as you could say, where you'll go in when you purchase a car, they'll give you a token and your car would drop from this vending machine. It was like a gumball machine, but all it had was cars. And you can see these cars from, I mean, it's a pretty tall building with these cars lit around, but it's a pretty cool experience in buying a car. It's a twist to doing things. So imagine for me, I got introduced to it here in Charlotte, that I was surprised when I saw that they're now being banned from Raleigh, North Carolina till January 19th. And the reason why they're being banned is because they sold vehicles without inspection. They never recorded and got the titles to the vehicle, delivered those titles to the DMV, and they would give temporary and tags and plates for states other than North Carolina to people here in North Carolina. And they're not just, while they're being banned from Raleigh at this present time, they're also on suspension here in the Charlotte market. So how does this thing kind of occur? So when you're purchasing a vehicle online, or even if you go to brick and mortar, one of the things you need to make sure you do is you need to make sure you have your insurance. You need to make sure you have your financing and get those things and provide those things in a timely fashion. Because if you don't, what can happen is dealers, they love for you to take the car. And that's one way for them to really ensure that you made the sale or really ensure that you're not going to bring the car back. But the problem with giving you the car, number one, money typically hasn't already gotten to them, especially if they need your insurance and all that type of stuff. And if they can't do all these things, they can't do what's called perfect their lien on title, meaning they can't put their lien on title so that you don't necessarily own the car. And after it goes so long, financing could potentially fall through and they will now have to come pick up the car. Now, if you're like the average person, some people, and I've seen this situation where they will say, hey, they let me go with the car, that's on them. Yeah, but when you didn't actually pay for it, now it's an issue of thievery. That's where they can sue and things of that nature because you didn't do everything. It could come under you because you have the car and you can't just take off with the car when the car hasn't been paid for. And how it falls to the client as far as bringing the car back or potentially being sued for the amount of the car is because you didn't provide everything that was necessary or do everything that was necessary to qualify the car for them to, again, perfect their lien, get their lien established on the vehicle. Again, with the claim that's going on with Carvana, that's not necessarily happening. It looks like people were doing their part, but Carvana was doing things again, not selling cars that are not inspected. North Carolina is pretty strict on how they do their cars and their car laws here. You don't have an inspected vehicle. Giving people fraudulent tags and plates, that's not temporary tags and plates, that's not going to be helpful. But it's always something you can learn with that. And I thought this was good information for you to know, because you really should understand the car buying process and all the pieces in the process, as well as what is the importance of how you make sure you do your part in this. If you're going to take care of a car and you want to take a car and they let you go, just be sure you have done and dotted all your T's. Make sure they have their check. Make sure they have everything for their financing. Make sure they get your insurance and do all that. And then please go properly register your vehicle within that short time frame. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on Carvana down in the comments. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.